Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to review this candy design tutorial. It's a beginner level tutorial. It's very simple, but it is using some of the more advanced tools. If you scroll down over here, you'll see we use a drawing rectangle, simple drawing. We're going to use 3D sketch. We're simply going to move. These are simple, but the main thing here, it's not using 3D shapes. It's using a drawing. And we are then using twist, merge, some other more advanced features, not complex, actually very simple, but more advanced features. So let's get started, and I'm sure you'll learn something new from it. Okay, so as I said, this starts with a drawing. We activate 3D sketch, and this is for more technical models, and we select the tool, which is a circle, and we also going to set the precision, which is for grid versus the snap as well, so we can draw based on the grid settings. So we need to select this dot here, so click on the center point, and then we enter a value of 6, and then it gives me the next dot to click on. And now we uncheck this because we want to make a separate profile, and now I'm clicking on the previous profile. This is where we're snapping into, and we type in a value of 1.5 and we snap it to close it. So what you see over here, we drew a very small profile. But the main important thing here is that because we unchecked it, it created a second profile, so it's not connected to this. And now we're going, while this is still selected, we're going to go to copy offset using the pivot feature, which is a very common feature you'll find in most software. And then we basically click copy to make the copy. So it copies this. And normally we would take just this one, group them or merge them, whatever. But now we're also going to select the original one. So we select basically all profiles we have, and now we're going to merge it. I'm just going to click Control M to merge it. And what happened now here is if you merge them, they will become, SelfCAD will combine them and allow you to select. So I'm going to activate polygon mode. Actually, it's the same as face mode. So polygon face in this case, the same for faces. So if you see over here, it highlights in green what we need to select. What happens here is when you turn on polygon faces, it finds, it's called cycles. So basically, if you think about it, if I'm selecting this one, I click on it, it will select all connected edges until it intersects something else. So in this case, intersects this. So I'll take this one as well, and it will select it until it intersects. So this makes it very easy to select complete things. So the idea here is that you either select, it's the only difference is edges. If you go edges, you will select individual edges, which says a lot of edges. As long as you go to this one, face or polygon mode, it makes it very easy for you to select. And then once we select all of these inside faces, we simply click delete. So I just want to show you, if I'm going to hover now on this, you'll see it selects the entire thing at once. The tutorial doesn't ask me to select, so I just want to show you that because this is now a single cycle, there is nothing intersects, it becomes a single polygon kind of, so it will select everything. So that's how this behavior works. Okay, so once we have this selected, we're just going to position it to lift it up to 11 because we're going to make a new drawing below that. And now we're going to go back to 3D sketch, and we're going to make a new drawing. We're going to activate the rectangle, and now we're going to go down, uncheck the grid vertices because we want to draw not related to the actual grid, just in the middle. So we click over here, and then we click over here, and this looks like it's just eyeballing it. It's not really precise exact measurements. Didn't type in measurements, but it's basically just eyeballing it. Okay, so it may be just I used it, I'm not sure. The camera is not logging based on what the designer did. Could be the designer used orthographic. If you click on orthographic, you'll see actually yes. So now we can see why it's easy to eyeball, because orthographic view will make it look like this. You can see what the designer actually did is created a drawing from here to here, from here to here. Now the designer moved that first up, so and drew it. You could have also moved it up later and uncheck and still snap to these, make it easier so it is precise. But you know, sometimes orthographic view is just good enough to be able to see it. Okay, so now I'm going to orthographic view could be clicked from here, or I can click my space bar, and the space bar actually switches them also. So I back to normal view. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is we're just going to make a mirror pattern. Instead of drawing 2 additional profiles, we're simply going to mirror that. And we're going to mirror that clicking the option make a copy, and we're going to switch to the option top. So we want the copy to be on top, but we're also going to add an offset. So we want to offset the copy by 75. So what happened here is that we're going to select all of them. So what happened here is we have a copy way up here, and then we have the copies here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go bridge. We're going to bridge them. So a few things I want to show you here. First, I want to show you the order. So bridge and loft, both tools, one next to each other, are very similar tools. For basic use cases, bridge is much better, faster, and for more advanced complex shapes, loft may be better, but requires polygons. But the main thing I want to show you here is that it gets the orders. You see, this is the first one, second one, the first two profiles are close to each other, and then we have a gap, like the next one on top and the next one on top. So the selection makes a difference in which order you select them. In tutorials themselves, SelfCAD knows what needs to be done because to record a tutorial, so it doesn't really matter which way you select, but in reality, in real use, you have to select them in the order, otherwise, they will get swapped how it's created. But you can always move it here and move these profiles to readjust them based on, that's why you can see over here. You can do some other things here, like rotate the profile, but this tutorial is not going to rotate them. Rotate is when you have a technical rotation, like one piece different than the others, but we're later going to use twist. Okay, the other thing I want to show you here is if I zoom into it, you see this is kind of like exactly following the details from the mesh. So it kind of copies almost identical, not almost exactly identical actually, for everything, and it goes down the entire thing, and there is not like what you typically know a loft. Think about a loft as kind of like splines. When you draw something a spline, you expect them to be altered, to be basically rounded, to be smoothed out basically. In this case, this is not, and this is because we have the linear on. This means it needs to keep just exactly the shape. But we're going to turn off linear, and now you can see that this is actually smooth out. It's no longer the exact sharp as it was. It's basically creating a lot more faces based on the smoothness. The smoothness here is 32, looks like this is the default, and we can make it more or less smooth, but the main thing is everything here is smooth out. And this is needed also because we're going to twist them. If you're going to twist, you want to have enough details to be able to move it. It's kind of like adding resolution also. So besides the fact, if you want it to be sharp, you can always keep linear on and then add resolution to add more details. But in this case, we accomplished two things. We made it look smooth, and we also add additional details from the smoothness. Okay, so now we're going to finalize this, and now all that's left is we're going to go to the twist, and we're simply going to twist it in the Y direction to 500, which is actually quite a lot. And that's basically it. So now it's just a matter of isolating this, turning on the smooth, make it even look smoother, and to color it. And let's see, click in the color and click OK, and voila, that's it, it's done. So it's a relatively simple tutorial, but the things you learned over here is used in a lot of advanced architectural design, although this is a more artistic type of design. And the reason is because clipping profiles, the way we did, merging and removing, is used a lot to create many drawings. An architectural drawing, for example, are done using primitives that intersect each other and cut out. So this, for example, this shape we worked with, the initial drawing is just a shape that is a combination of circles and cut out, and this is something that's good to learn. And bridge also is used a lot in these type of technical engineering tools and loft as well. Okay, I hope you learned something new, and please like and comment. Let me know if you want me to try anything else. Thanks for watching. Bye.